Procrastination, a word we've all grown too familiar with. Everybody does it, we tell ourselves. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Oh, why not do this next weekend when I'm feeling a little more like it? But we also know the dreaded repercussions of these simple decisions. We could miss an important deadline, or even miss a potential life-changing opportunity. And not only is that quite sad, but it can also be the reason why a person gives up on their lifelong dream. But despite how unfortunate that sounds, procrastination affects our lives in far more damaging ways. In this video, we'll show you 15 ways procrastination ruins your life, and how you can break free from the bubbles of, "I'll do it later." Well, number 1, procrastination makes it harder to achieve your goals. Do you feel a stronger need to procrastinate when you decide to achieve certain goals? If you ever felt this way, you should know there are millions of people across the world who feel exactly the same. This is because the human body, particularly the limbic system of the brain, wants you to remain comfortable. It pushes you to run from uncomfortable and new situations. So this explains why you can't get started on a goal even though it's something you want so badly. Procrastination makes it impossible to achieve short and long-term goals, which in turn reduces the possibility of you getting a better life for yourself. The first step is to understand the reason behind your procrastination, and then break these big tasks into tinier, simpler ones. Instead of telling yourself you need to write 5 articles before the end of the week, why not decide to write 1 article each day? This way you've broken a single goal into 5 simpler parts, which would be way easier to achieve and a whole lot less overwhelming to think about. Number 2, procrastination causes you to lose precious time. There are tons of quotes about how invaluable time is, but none perfectly captures it, like this one. Harvey Mackay says, "Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back." Now, this line could be interpreted to mean several things, but an important interpretation suggests that wasting time is similar to losing part of ourselves that we would never be able to get back. But you know what's worse about losing precious time? That awful feeling of regret that comes with it. No matter how hard you try, you can't shake off that frustration at yourself, that numbing realization that things could have turned out differently if only you'd done the right thing at the right time. And it gets even worse. Procrastination could also steal years from you, and by the time you realize how many years it's stolen, it just might be too late. Number 3. Procrastination could have a direct effect on your dreams and aspirations. What have you always wanted to be? An actor earning millions of dollars each year, or a tech guru who develops mind-blowing apps? Whatever your dream job is, there is a 100% chance that you have to work toward achieving it. You know what they say, nothing is free, even in Freetown. You've got to make plans, set reasonable goals, and take steps toward bringing these plans to life. But if you refuse to take a step because of fear, inexperience, or a lack of self-esteem, your dreams would remain just that, dreams. Procrastination could also delay your personal growth, with an example being the constant need to postpone learning processes that could help you to achieve your wildest dreams. Number 4, procrastination causes you to squander opportunities. Do opportunities come once or as many times as possible? Well, we may never know the answer to this question, which is why we should always grab every opportunity by the neck. But procrastination makes you believe otherwise. It makes you think that this opportunity wouldn't be the last of its kind, so you can decide to not give it a shot. You probably tell yourself, another opportunity will come knocking eventually. However, not only could this opportunity have been life-changing, but it also might be the only one that comes around. It's also incredibly hard to live with the regret that you could have achieved a mind-blowing feat if only you'd taken a step. Opportunities are rare chances to take a quicker and shorter route to success, so do yourself a huge favor and stop postponing that task. Number 5. Procrastination can also lower your self-esteem. Remember when I mentioned that low self-esteem is one of the reasons why we often push tasks off until later? Well, it turns out low self-esteem is also one of the effects of procrastination. Sounds like a vicious cycle, right? Of course it is. Having low self-esteem can be likened to an unending loop of feeling inadequate, of feeling like you just aren't good enough. Unfortunately, this feeling causes us to hold back, eventually pulling us farther away from achieving our goals and dreams. If this sounds like you, it might be time for you to take a step back and reevaluate. Take this time to work on your self-esteem and confidence, and when you feel like you finally have things under control, set some new goals and try your best to achieve them. Number 6. Procrastination can cause employment issues. Have you ever had to leave a job because you failed to meet a certain deadline? Or because you spent more than half of your work hours procrastinating on your tasks? Perhaps it was a job you didn't really care about, or a job that could easily pass off as modern-day slavery. Whatever your reasons are, it doesn't change the fact that you lost a job due to procrastination. And look, if you don't do something about this, you might lose more jobs in the future, including the ones that you really enjoy and have great benefits with. Also, procrastination affects your productivity and performance. How could you do a good job if you start only a few hours before your deadline? I think we can all agree that rushing to complete a task right before its deadline often results